Oh my God. What's going on, guys? It's Ace, and just like it says, it's story time. I have just an epic story that I want to share with you guys, and I hope you find it as interesting as it was for me to actually be a part of this. So, without further ado, guys, if you don't already know this, you should by now. I am from Georgia. I am a down south 30 Georgia boy, and I love it. And a lot of people tell me that I sound like I have an education that struggles to perform with a third grade level, but I can promise you I have college under my belt. Just though, even though that I sound like I may not be the smartest thing in the world, don't let this accent fool you. I am perfectly capable of carrying on a conversation, and I know what I'm doing from time to time. So, three of my buddies and myself decided that we wanted to do something epic, that we wanted to do something that was fun, to see if we could do it. Just this is the type of people that I hang out with. This is the type of person that I am day in and day out. And I don't perform any of these activities anymore. I don't take place in them anymore, just for the simple fact is I have a career now and a great life, and I want to keep it on track. So without further ado, let me tell you about the story. So three of my buddies and I are sitting around one night, and we devise a plan that we are going to act like we are fixing to open up a major nightclub in the city of Atlanta. Now, if you don't know where Atlanta is, it's on the East Coast. It's in Georgia. That's where I'm from. It's about an hour and a half south of where I live. And the first action in this plan is to get business cards made up. Okay, we all sign each other fake names, and so we get our fake names printed on our business card along with our logo and our name for our club that we're supposedly going to be opening. Fake name, fake email address, and fake phone number. And so we get all GQ'd up. We get prime time ready to go. And we're not doing this because we can't get girls. I'm not ever going to claim to be the hottest guy in the world or the best looking or anything like that, but I damn sure am not ugly and never had a problem picking up women. But we just wanted to do this just as something to look back on and to basically say that we pulled it off. And let me go ahead and give you a little bit of detail, guys. With the two rules that we had, rule number one, don't get drunk enough where you can't remember your story and you actually call out our real names instead of the fake ones. Rule number two, wrap it up. Protect your head, protect your brain, one-eyed Willie, whatever you want to call it. And that was the only two rules. So, like I said, we get GQ'd up, we head to Atlanta, down to the ATL, the Dirty South, and we are looking for 8 to 10, guys. I'm talking about 1 out of 10 scale of women, 8 to 10. That's it. We're not taking anything lower. So we walk into this bar. Like I said, we already got our suits on and everything. We're looking fly. We're looking good, ready to have a good time. And we see some 5s, some 6s, and some 7s. Nothing to really get excited about. So I just tell the guys, let's have a couple drinks. Chill. Sit back and relax. Something will happen eventually. So about 30 minutes later, the 4 most beautiful women you've probably ever seen in your entire life walk through the door. And we all look at each other, and we don't have to say a word. We all know exactly what is going to happen. So we make small talk. We start talking to them, and just like it does in any other place, eventually the question pops, what do you do for a living? And that is our cue. We're not going to push it on them. We're just going to let it happen. So we tell them that we're in the area scoping it out and checking to see the bar scenes and see what kind of people that are in the bars and, what kind of, activities they're involved in other than drinking, just the type of person that is in there. And it starts working out really well. The night drags on, and, we're buying them drinks because we've been saving our money. We want to make this legit as possible. And so, like I said, the night drags on. We end up taking them back to our hotel, and we splurged on a hotel. We got a suite, couple different beds in it, hot tub, the works. We had it. Okay, we were going all out. Remember this now. And they're just getting freak nasty. They're doing stuff with each other. They're taking their clothes off. They're stripping down. And I don't need to go any further in detail than this, but needless to say, we all get lucky that night, and it was just absolutely epic and something that I'll never forget. I think I ended up getting freak nasty in the shower, and it was epic. So the next morning comes, and then I'm waking everybody up. I'm like, yo, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta get back. And the girls you're like, hey, why you gotta go? Why do you have to leave? What's going on? And I'm like, something happened at our other club down in I made up a city or whatever, and we gotta go. So we end up leaving. And on the ride home, I ask everybody how it went. Did you enjoy yourself? Did you have fun? I can't believe we pulled it off. We're giving high fives, blah, 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 this, that, and the other. And my one buddy fesses up, and he's like, yo, I think I fucked up last night. I think I made a mistake. I didn't use protection. And I'm like, man, you gotta stop fucking around, because you don't know these girls at all, and they could have something, or whatever the case may be. And I never thought for 1 second about maybe possibly getting somebody pregnant, because they had no way of it being involved with us again ever. And in real life, my buddy, my friend, he is a UPS truck driver. And that's as far in detail as I'm going to go about who he actually is, and he'd probably kick my ass if he knew I was talking about this. So, several months drag on, and he gets asked to take a new route for the company, and I think he actually ended up moving, which he was planning on anyway, and he gets a route in Atlanta. So, like I said, several months later, he ends up walking into this company, and the secretary is the girl that he ended up hooking up with that night, that we went down there and proclaimed to be these businessmen that were going to open up a new club in Atlanta. And from what he told me, they looked at each other, and neither one of them really knew what to say. He didn't know what to say, because obviously he knew that he was busted and that he was not a successful businessman, and he was kind of embarrassed to let her know that he was a UPS truck driver, which there's nothing wrong with that. From what I understand, they make very good money. And I don't really know what was going through her mind. This girl stands up, and she is so pregnant she is about to pop. And she just absolutely loses it on my friend, and tells him that he is the father to this child, that it happened that night, and how she can't believe that he's a UPS truck driver, and all this other shit, and it just gets crazy. He ends up having a test on this child, and it is his 100% legit. Now, if you want to talk about something being very uncomfortable, not only was he put in an uncomfortable situation, we were also put in an uncomfortable situation, because when the child was born, all of us guys had to go down there and be the support system for him and show him congratulations and stuff like that, and be a part of his newborn son's life. And all 4 of those girls were friends, which we knew they were friends when we hooked up with them. But we had to look every one of those girls in the face and let them know that we were not club owners, that we were not the successful men that we talked about. Now, each one of us are successful in our own right, but we were not who we said we were going to be. Guys, I hope you enjoy this story. It's funny. Even now, we still laugh about it. The moral of the story is, be careful what you do. Just because you think you get away with something doesn't necessarily mean that you actually get away with it. So just when you think that you might have, it's very liable to come back and bite you in the ass. Anyways, guys, that's my time. I hope you enjoyed it. And as always, my name is Ace, and I'm out, guys. Thanks.